comes down to this. Can Ghost hold on? Can they be Friday Fortnite 2019 Week 1 champions, or will NRG make the insane upset, the massive comeback, what, 21-13 deficit? That's significant for sure.
Yeah, that's two squads.
It's a big one.
That's two squads you got to wipe fully before you even tie it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
With
So,
that,
I mean,
guys.
a Neo drop could serve for something like that, a double squad wipe, but to me, it's going to be tough.
Definitely is, as guys, we are heading in toward our final map here of Friday Fortnite 2019, week number 1. Who is going to take it? Will we see Ghost hold on and progress, or can NRG pull off the incredible? It's time to find out. Let us know in chat and keep being involved. Like we said, that $10,000, guys, is coming right after this matchup. Let us know why you deserve it. Massive thanks to our friends at G Fuel for making this event possible. Shout out to Keemstar. Shout out to Banks. Thank you guys so much for returning Friday Fortnite. It's about to be fun. Let's go ahead and dive in toward our last game. NRG putting their feet firmly inside of Neo Tilted like they made the callouts prior.
Yep. So now
Ghost going over to Salty as well, right? Familiar places minus the Neo.
yeah. So to me, this is gonna come down to the wire because this is really intense. Even with an 8-point lead, I do believe Ghost. That's exactly what they need here to kind of solidify this one. But when we seen these,
Did he just do 162 HP?
He did. He did.
Wow,
Right, that's pretty good.
Flint not. Hey, telling you, start running it. It's great. It almost works like kind of like a double pump scenario in a way because it provides that much of a punch.
Issa,
it's like a one-shot pump shot.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Genuinely, like especially with the headshot too, it's insane.
And the reticule even is kind of big for even close range.
it's fair to say Ghost off the break of this game are seeing quite a bit of success. Gets a little bit low on HP, does Camo, but regardless though, I believe they do have at least one more cozy campfire being utilized from the enemy in a full 4-man squad wipe, I believe, coming at the break of this game. A wonderful way to start off this match if you're Ghost, knowing that NRG are in the midst of a brawl right now inside of Neo Tilted. At the same time, though, it looks as if Ghost are still finding a few opponents, trying to put down that metal just to absorb a few more of the shots and trying to get off this big pop, but not able to do so.
That's quite unfortunate, right? And you're still not able to get it. This player is hungry and wants to take him out. But luckily, all 4 players are going to be up. Curious to know how that Neo side is going. I haven't seen the elimination feed kind of light up. And it's kind of been a bit slow. Yeah, both players sitting at 0. I see a lot of builds coming out from benjyfishy, but nobody home as of yet. Takes a lot of damage, down to 47 health. He will live. He does have bandages, but no shield. This is a tough situation for him to be in.
1 HP.
Ghost on the other end. All success, all guns ablaze. Looking fantastic at the start of this game, and they're even letting the enemy dance a little bit.
It looked like he killed him with
Boogie
the
to
boogie bomb.
He danced until he couldn't do it anymore. Lovely stuff from the boys on Ghost. Like we said, man, NRG. I think Benji finally finds his first elim as half the lobby is already taken down. So much work still to do, and like we said, we didn't really get the chance to see exactly who all landed here, but in terms of NRG, there might not be hardly anyone here in the first place.
Yep, so this is not looking good for NRG, but on the flip side, it's looking good if you're a fan of Ghost. Camo and Issa staying true to their salty drop, not switching it up 4 straight games, and it's turning out nice for them because NRG, kept it relatively close almost the entirety of the tournament, every match that they played. It's just very, very unfortunate that Mega Mall drop just didn't seem to look out for them. But I want to see them also, once they realize nobody's there and you have the loot, just quickly move away from that spot. But they do spend a lot of time farming up the match, so that way when they do engage on somebody, it's not as hard.
Is it time for a split?
I think it is. I mean, obviously pop that Rift to go. That's in the possession of MrSavageM, and then they both kind of, split their own ways. You got to go for it. I mean, players are starting to drop off the map like crazy. We're down to 41 total engagements. Still plenty to be had, but with that being said, a split in this situation for finals, you've got to go for it and have that confidence. But Neo Tilted just doesn't have the same allure as the regular Tilted did, right? And I don't see a lot of players going here typically unless it's a hot drop. So honestly, going Neo Tilted, sure, you come out with a couple. I mean, honestly, in this situation, maybe like 3 or 4 eliminations, but there's a lot better areas to go to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Big fight kind of brewing, and it looks as if they will take down one unfortunate soul. So, all things considered, NRG doing their best, and I think might be time to go and utilize that rift to go. So my big question now is, let's keep in mind these arrows. Let's look toward the right side of our screen and be aware of where are they going. It looks as if they are possibly splitting. Yeah, it kind of depends as we learn whether or not that could be the case. Camo holding high ground. And
I can't believe it.
That we just hit the mother load of soft serve ice cream.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Hey! We struck sprinkles!
Geico. Believe it.
looking so effortless in the process as now that's going to be, what, his fourth elim coming in. Looking great, and these guys haven't even hardly moved to Salty Springs. What, they're just maybe a few meters south of it, and they're still finding players.
That's the beauty of Salty Springs, because it's almost in the center of the zone. You can rotate anywhere, and then you find yourself rotating back depending on where the circle is. So we saw it last game where they ended up returning back towards Salty. This game, not even having to leave Salty, but that tree getting in the way again. This is going to be benjyfishy spotting his first target. The other guy might have a boom bow to try and counteract.
So I'm very happy the split does come into effect. Obviously, a lot of risk, but high reward potential if we can see benjyfishy come through big in the end. Takes a little damage, not going to really worry too much about it. Does still have that mini in his inventory. Shots are going to be fired, but this player doesn't look to be the best to kind of overtake in that high ground shots. Definitely connecting, and yeah, there he goes down. That's going to be 4 eliminations now in the hands of benjyfishy. MrSavageM picking up one as well over at Loot. Both guys splitting up, and it seems as if it is working. Excuse me, just outside of pressure. So he did extend himself from Loot, used the rift, or excuse me, the slipstream to kind of get some more distance himself. And this player boxed up like a caged animal going down. 42 health, though. This is quite unfortunate.
Oh, this player's trying to go for a mini. What you doing there, pal? Savage, quick to take him, but man, that one shot, that does a lot of hurt. Thankfully, he's going to find a few minis off the ground, but a longer fight that I'm sure that he wanted to be involved with, as we see, what, 4 elims, both from the Ghost guys, so 8 in total, seeing quite a bit of success
10 on the right,
in that rotation from Fatal Fields, possibly into Paradise here soon.
Yeah, this is kind of teammates.
And that minigun, I tell you what, Issa had some highlights with it earlier, but shots from the backside, 4 HP from Issa, and W-Key coming in from the opponents. This is a 6-point game, and if you're Ghost, you've got to be careful. You've got to hold on. And it looks as if Camo trying to go big right now, trying to hold on, and Camo ends up falling. It is now on Issa, who goes big with the flint knock shot off the bat, placed down the campfire, placed down the med kit, for God's sake. This could be the fight that decides who is staying up. As if you are NRG right now, you're getting blessed, you're getting a lot of success, and it looks as if the campfire goes away, trying to put down a few of the pyramid shots, and it looks as if he might get taken down.
God.
Both Ghost players have fallen. And from one side now to the other, it is all on NRG.
I think we need to play safe, dude.
And now they're saying, hey, time to play safe. We know we're at a deficit, but as Ghost falls, what a chance this is. This is all on NRG to take this game.
All the way from, of course, the winners finals, going down to losers, and now on their way to grand finals to potentially already force a bracket reset, and now on the cusp of potentially taking the first week of Friday Fortnite in 2019. MrSavageM and benjyfishy, this is their opportunity. Don't waste it.
I think they need 4 or 5 kills. Only 4 or 5 kills here.
This is doable, right?
6.
I mean,
one of them even said 6. So 6 is
maybe
not
6 to win or something?
not a big number. And there's 24 possible elimination points on the map. So this is 100% doable for NRG. And you got to look on the side of Ghost. They had no reason to really split up as far as they did.
Yeah, that's definitely just one little mistake, one moment that decides who will be champion. benjyfishy firing off away, and we talk about just what a swing of momentum. I mean, the comms just were not really that lively from NRG. They were just kind of being like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go this way, whatever. Massive turn of the tides, my goodness. And that's the thing with this format, guys. Moment's notice, totally different story. One fight goes another way, and now we are back to a much different storyline, one of which will be one to remember for a while, as benjyfishy coming on the backside. There's another. That's his 7th of the game, doing some work outside of pressure point, and that's a notable name right now. Pressure, without question, on NRG, putting down that bounce pad and rotating forward, looking to seek out the rest of these elims, as this is looking more and more likely, guys. I mean, what? Ghost at this situation. If you are Issa, if you are Kamo, you're looking at this and saying, oh my gosh, did we just let this slip? There's no way that we ended up losing it like that.
And you got to remember, first place is the only one that gets money. $10,000 going to them second. No matter how close it was, how well you played today, it doesn't matter. You will not get a dollar. This is a big opportunity. MrSavageM benjyfishy 4 eliminations away from tying 5 to win it. Still plenty remaining on the map. They're not seeing anybody. Actually, one player will, in fact, be spotted. We're going to see MrSavageM going to go ahead and backtrack himself. benjyfishy is going to come on the side. Wow. Nice shot. Plus the follow-up with the AR. Does get the knock. That's going to be one. Players pushing from behind. And, of course, he's going to try and get as many as possible. But I love that the duo is working together. Bit split up, but the rocket does come in, knocking him down.
He pretty much opens up the window, and the rocket nearly fires through. A very close situation for both benjyfishy and Savage on their heels. Player up top tossing out the stink, and a little bit of HP being given away pretty much, essentially, if you're Benji. Backing up, and those minis aren't going to treat you too kindly when it comes down to those stink bombs. Savage on one side, a little bit of a split coming through. Probably want to try to get with each other here very shortly. This could be the fight. Savage low on HP. Benji not in the greatest situation either, trying to provide some support, and what a shot from afar. Benji nailing him down, and it looks as if the shots from range. Fantastic work coming through from the NRG duo as they are cleaning up kills and possibly doing even more damage than they are aware of. Losing HP is Benji. Thankfully, he's going to go and grab a few of these minis, but I think it was Savage who cleaned it up. There could still be players around this area, but it looks as if things are clear for the time. However, shots still starting to echo throughout the eastern side of Salty Springs. What a fight, and my goodness, they are still standing.
Yeah, it's so close. I don't know if they killed 3 or 4 members. They killed 3.
2 more.
2 points to win, and there's a possible 13 on the map. Game is in their hands. It is in their control.
That's the tie. That's the tie right there. Storm starts to move in, starting to pressure them a little bit, considering that they aren't in the best situation when it comes to overall health. Thankfully, glad to redeploy. Happens to be a thing.
Here we
you
are.
hear them saying, hey, maybe it's time to hold people. Let's try to maybe gatekeep a little bit here, Taylor.
2 eliminations. They know where one is at. One player trying to push out of the storm. This is a great opportunity. One's going to be spotted. He's going to be tagged up just a little bit. MrSavageM just underneath as well, trying to overtake this high ground. That's going to be a knock. Now, at this point, full elim comes through, and that is going to be at least a tied ball game. They need one more if they want to take the victory of here, Week 1, Friday, Fortnite. It comes down to this moment.
This is going to be crazy. It looks as if a trap might actually get placed down. benjyfishy coming from the skies. Looks as if the edits are starting to make their way through. One player toward low ground, and there it is! benjyfishy, I believe, might have just sealed the deal there. 1 elim, and that, I think, does it. NRG come through clutch. Obviously, they're not fully aware of what just happened in this game, but yes, that is going to do it. NRG are your Friday Fortnite 2019 Week 1 champions. Well-deserved, and I cannot wait to see the reactions. They're going to find it out sooner or later. Massive GGs to Ghost, but coming from the losers bracket, an overtime game to get to the grand finals, and now they pretty much flip the script. They reset the grand finals, and they come through big in this game. Despite being down 21-13 against all odds, NRG are champions.
Unbelievable, and unbelievable for the fact that I was for once correct in my prediction, baby. I have never been right about a team moving forward and winning a Friday Fortnite. But the first week of 2019 Friday Fortnite, I am. NRG comes through, and honestly, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Your boys from Ghost, I got to say, talented squad.
Oh, absolutely.
Kamo, Issa, they played incredibly well. And for them to make it to the finals, I mean, they were flawless up until the very end. But, man, your boys over there at Ghost, hey, much respect for them.
No, and I agree. And looking at these guys, I'm proud of them, still proud of them. It's unfortunate the series of events that happen, especially with a lead in game number 1. But regardless, super happy to see them here. Hopefully, you know, week 2, they find themselves in the same position, playing for another $10,000.
Absolutely, man. What an insane performance. Of course, let's go and take a look at our final standings. We do see Mr. Savage and benjyfishy winning this one out as they are your champions. A very well-deserved, well-respected second-place finish coming through from Ghost's own Kamo and Issa. And when it comes down to third, we saw another great game, pretty much one that came down to the absolute wire to decide who was in second and who was in third. Ninja and Reverse 2K come out respectfully and that third place finish. But my goodness, guys, we look through those standings. I think it's fair to say those were the 3 best teams without question.
100%. 100%.